Okay, so I answered Mackenzie's question. She asked, why is it 2 square root 5 over 5? And over here on the side I showed you have to rationalize it because sine,
Bad math.
because that's bad math. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so that would be 2 over the square root of 5, and square root of 5, you can't leave that in the denominator, so you have to rationalize that, and you end up with 2 square root 5 over 5. And the same thing happens on cosine. Yeah.
I was actually about to ask, on secant, before we ever rationalize it, what would we use to like flip the reciprocal? Like, do we use like the final?
Secant is cosine.
Yeah. Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, before we ever like rationalize.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I wrote it wrong. It's not right.
Oh.
I don't know where it is. It's on my desk somewhere.
What are we talking about?
My secant is wrong. I don't know.
I know what I was saying.
Secant should just be, because secant is.
I think you just mixed up your secant and your cotangent.
Yeah, I have them backwards. Savvy. Secant is a half. And this is square root 5. And they're both.
I was saying before, like, you ever rationalize. Which one? Yeah. Before you ever rationalize sine.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you can just flip it before you rationalize it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But would it be wrong if you did it like the final form?
No, because either way you're going to get the same answer.
Okay.
So it saves you time if you just flip what you did. You flip it before you rationalize it. Okay, so when I started to do number 3, I made myself a little sketch, and I realized it goes through -3, -3. What kind of triangle is that?
The one.
Yes. Yes, it's that one.
Check this out, Delta.
It's the other one.
Scaling.
It's an isosceles triangle. It's an isosceles right triangle. So it's a 45, 45, 90, which means the hypotenuse is the leg times the square root of 2. So I didn't even have to solve it out. I just put the leg times the square root of 2. So now I haven't found my angles yet. So I'll find D. Opposite over hypotenuse. This one's going to be square root of 2. Cosine of Z, square root of 2, 1. Yeah?
You know, this is a. I know that if you like use a special case, the 1 square root of 2 for the hypotenuse, you get 3 square root of 2. But if you use Pythagorean theorem, I get 3 square root of 3. If you square 3 and 3, that gets you 27. Square root of 27.
Wait a minute.
I can tell
3
you
squared plus 3 squared is 9 plus 9.
Oh my god, Colleen.
It's the
Yes,
square root of
okay,
18.
18, yes. Alright, I got it.
Okay.
Alright, is this?
What?
Is this the thing?
Okay, so cosecant, remember, cosecant goes with sine. And sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so this one would be hypotenuse over opposite. Okay, wait, quadrant. Is everybody okay?
I'm dying. Yeah. I had to math.
Alright. Anybody have a question on how I got any of those?
XD, next one.
Okay. There we go. 24/7. 24/7.
XD.
Alright. Draw straight back to the x-axis. This is point P. So it's 24/7 up. What's the hypotenuse? 25? Somebody got it? Is it 25? Yeah. Alright. Sine of P, cosine of P, tangent of P. I guess I'll put the one that goes with it. Cosecant of P, secant of P, and cotangent. Okay. So sine opposite, so 7 over 25. Bless you.
Thank you.
24 over 25.
Thank you.
7 over 24. 25 5/7, 25/24, 24/7. Are we good?
Except for the fact I didn't work it out, but yeah.
XD.
Okay, so now, if you look at the next thing it asks, it's asking you what quadrant, because if you notice, we did one in every quadrant, right? This one is in quadrant 4, and this is quadrant 3. This one's in quadrant 2, and this one's in quadrant 1. Okay, so the next question asks you, in what quadrant is only sine and cosecant positive? Only sine and cosecant.
That would be 2.
In quadrant 2. Right here in quadrant 2, everything is negative. Right here in quadrant 2, everything is negative except for sine and cosecant, and they're positive. So where is everything negative except cosine and secant? Where are they positive? 4. Right here. Right? Cosine is positive and secant is positive. Where is tangent and cotangent positive? Quadrant 3.
Kind
So-
of hard because like when you say the numbers,
I know, because they're in the wrong order. I wish they'd have done them. I don't know why they did them like that.
XD.
Because they're rude, that's why.
The root answer.
Hold on, I'm trying to scroll and now my computer's not going to cooperate. That's how it happens.
First right down to like a zoo that's on the sheet. Yep. All students. All of them.
Alright, so there is a mnemonic to help you remember what quadrants everything is, what it is. It's useful. You'll see why it's useful. It will become a very good friend of yours by the end of these trig units because it helps you keep everything straight. All students take calculus. In quadrant 1, all 6 trig ratios are positive. In quadrant 2, it starts with an S, so sine is positive. And if sine is positive, so is its reciprocal, because all you do with the reciprocal is flip it over. So both sine and cosecant are positive in quadrant 2. Quadrant 3, tangent and cotangent are positive. And in quadrant 4, cosine and secant are positive. So that helps us keep straight, even if you forget when you make your triangle what way things go and are negative. At the very end of the problem, you can go, okay, I'm in quadrant 2, which means sine and cosecant have to be positive. So now we're going to do some more. So I have, this time I have angle G terminating in quadrant 4. So if I'm terminating in quadrant 4, what things should be positive? Cosine and secant. So remember, the angle is always between the terminal side and the x-axis. So here's G. I make myself a reference triangle now, not just the angle, but the whole triangle. And I know they gave me tangent is 4/3. That's opposite over adjacent. So 4 is your opposite piece, 3 is your adjacent piece. Now of those two values, because they put the negative in the front, which one's negative? 4, because it goes down. What's your hypotenuse? 5. All they asked for this time was sine and cosine. So sine of angle G, -4/5. And cosine of G, 3/5. And we just said it's in quadrant 4, so cosine stays positive. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do 8 and 9, and then I'll I'll check them, and then we'll talk about 10. Because it's a little different.
What did you say, I didn't, on the last page, I didn't get what you said students stood for.
Sign,
Sign.
What goes with sign?
when are they gonna start the units?
Tomorrow?
Really?
Sort of. No. In the next couple of days. We do, I don't know if you're, I'm sure you do remember, that, you know, if you get the tangent angle, you have to subtract 180, but if you get the sine angle, you add 360.